Alright, we are up on Twitch.
Twitch.
I'm actually gonna stand up for like 1 second. I'll be right back.
Now's the best time.
%0 chance that this goes at least 2 hours and 15 minutes. Someone, you said someone could bingo in the first 5 minutes. Not 5 minutes, but half hour, 20 hour.
Yeah. Always a possibility.
Okay, I'm back now.
Welcome back. Alright, I think I have everything set up on my side and ready to go. So just to quickly go over the changes between main game, or the main season and playoffs. Instead of an hour and 45 minutes, if we hit 2 hours and 15 minutes, that's when the time hits. And instead of being a cutoff tiebreaker, it becomes sudden death, and whoever claims the next tile at that point would win, rather than whoever had the most tiles first. Other than that, everything else is pretty much the same. Any questions before we hop in?
I think for the sudden death, does that only happen if we're like tied on number of squares?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think it's like 10 to 9 and 2 hours and 15 minutes hits, it's over. But if it's 10 to 10, we keep going.
Yeah. And in that case, I will, call out sudden death in in the bingo sync chat.
Nice. That's exciting.
Yeah. All right.
I'm ready. This is fun. I've had fun this season. I obviously would like to get a win here, but I'm both excited for more bingo, but ready for a break at the same time. So
yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm in the same boat. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm excited to see how playoffs end up.
For sure. Alright, well, if we're ready, go ahead and mute and deafen, and good luck to both of you.
Good luck.
thank you. Good luck.
Alright, that's our deafen and mute from both players. Hey Phil, hey Hugo, hey Pine. Dropping the ready check. Got a ready from Van and a ready from Crumble. Alright, starting the countdown. And this is our card for today. We have defeat 7 bosses as our center square today, a general and a pretty solidly fast one, so wouldn't surprise me if we look for any opportunities we can for synergies. Like maybe we throw in some Vanger bosses to get percentage, maybe we... What else can we do here? Rakshasa would also count for bosses here. Alphazar's hat. Yeah, we have quite a few different games represented today. We have Campanella 2 and Planet Zoldath as our multi-goal games. Our generals are 2 cherries, a key in 7 games, 7 bosses. There's our timer starting, and the Campanella trilogy. So, immediately, Crumble hopping into Campanella, and Vanstrummer into Mooncat, Wouldn't surprise me if we're pushing bosses here, and then also synergy with Campanella Trilogy. We just need to beat 2 worlds in Campanella for this, which will also get us 2 bosses. Meanwhile, in Mooncat, we need to spawn 3 different sets of egg blocks, which will also get us a gift on the way. Yeah, column 1 looks real fast. I'm gonna have to make sure I keep an eye out for keys. Keep me honest, chat. But yeah, this is a match that I was very excited when I was presented the opportunity to cast this, because this is our 4 seed and our 5 seed going up against each other in C2. And even though they never played each other in the preseason, or like, you know, the main season leading up to here, that is a gift for Mooncat, we have them here now. Crumble now in the bonus game for Campanella 1, picking up a bunch of crystals here for points, potentially going to be grabbing the gift on the way to getting the bosses and the Campanella progress, but I'm realizing Campanella 1's not on the card. Campanella is being played for Campanella Trilogy and bosses, yeah. So hopefully Crumble doesn't make the very easy to make mistake here of I'm playing. Wait, no, it is named on the card. I'm a fool. It's right there in Campanella Trilogy. The gift does count. Never mind. Everything I said. Everything is wrong. So, yeah, Crumble's going to be rushing for 15 lives as well to get the gift here. So I believe we have 2 of our skull blocks, the egg blocks spawned in Mooncat. We just need to head through the water section to get our last. I'm excited to see Campanella 2 on the board and Divers. That Barbuda goal is also not too long. Like, we have just like a lot of pretty reasonable goals here. And then of course, hopefully we get to see a little rail heist later for everyone's sake, especially Keeney's. Ooh, getting a little trapped up there. Alright, coming up on our first boss for Crumble. Both of these players mentioned being very excited, but then also nervous, because, you know, it do be playoffs. This is our quarterfinals match. And there's our last egg. So probably gonna mark that off pretty shortly here. It has been marked, and that is a boss as well for Crumble. Now hopping into Grimstone, pushing row 4. We might be seeing that rail heist after all. And Rock On? Granted, this could just be, you know, getting squares that you're comfortable with right now. Alright, approaching 15 lives, so we should be seeing the gift pretty soon here. There it is. That is the gift in Campanella for Crumble. Yeah, we no longer care about the crystals so much. We're just here to grab some extra bosses and get our Campanella Trilogy progress. This is really nice for Crumble, because even though you didn't know that you were going for the block to start, this is kind of conveniently blocking, or making progress to blocking the row 4. Hell yeah, Goose. Oop. Rufus went down there. That is unfortunately not very conducive for getting him to level 2. But we can at least make a trip over to the church and grab the dog treat. Oh, losing control of the ball there. Giving it another shot. This looks clean. That is 2 bosses in Campanella. There it is. Now we have the option to pivot out, or we could even stick around for another... Nope, okay. Immediately into Mini and Max. We are definitely pushing bosses here. Crumble very much values the center square from the looks of it. Rufus is back up again for Vanstrummer. Now let's see here, are there any other things for Mini and Max? No. In we go. Grab our shrink potion. Gonna go buy some dynamite and then take out the water bear. There's level 2 for Rufus and the dog treat. Crumble probably being pretty happy that he got some progress in Campanella Trilogy. Now let's see if Vanstrummer pushes row 4 here. No, we're heading out to eat 5 sandwiches and Ninpeck, which will get us a gift at least. And the square, of course. 1 sandwich. Crumble heading over into the water bear fight, hopefully able to execute properly here. It is very easy to miss. We've certainly seen our share of misses there. Alright, that is a boss and Mini and Max down. Heading over into Star Wasper, we are definitely rushing bosses. I know I mentioned that before, but just... Crumble really wants the center square. Alright, there's our 3rd sandwich, so that is a gift in Ninpeck. Now, Star Wasper does not have any tiles on the board, so we will not be counting the gift if we get it here. E. Alright, just gonna kinda corner camp here. I think it might have been a combination of that and, stopping to mark the fact that you have the gift. I think that was sandwich number 4. Crumble is hanging out in the corner, which is a really nice moment to be able to... Okay, that was our 5th sandwich. Vanstrummer marking off quite a flurry of squares here. If you're Crumble here, you're probably feeling a little bit nervous, but you know you have that Campanella progress. Alright, there's our Star Wasper progress. Looks like Vanstrummer is also going to be going for the gift in Campanella synergy. Right, Rakshasa. I like this idea because we're going to actually get our first play, or first square out in play here. Okay, double checking to make sure keys, we don't have anything that we've collected a key in. No, we're good. There's a few reasons we might see Campanella 2 today. I'm excited! I'd love to see it for the key, the boss... Well, the boss you'd have to pretty much go all the way through. Because, Otondo is, he is big and enemy big. Or, I might have messed up the quote there. But, you know, not a boss. Really nice bonus game here from Vanstrummer. I think this is the last wave now. And that was perfect. He is big, a big enemy. Thank you. Now, I'm not sure if that was intentional, but Crumble is currently... Oh, there's our, Campanella gift. Yeah, I think Vanstrummer is pausing to mark gifts just to make sure he doesn't lose track of how many he has. Which I think is, very valuable to keep that in mind. Even just doing the daily bingo this morning, I found myself running back to the garden to make sure I had the right number of gifts. Oop. Crumble getting zoned out a little bit here. And unfortunately getting a little impatient there. I think maybe sitting back and doing some charge shots might have been a little more beneficial at that point. So here's the thing. Depending on how long Crumble spends on the boss rush here, Vanstrummer might be able to pull ahead in Campanella. Ooh, this is really rough. At this point in Rakshasa, we have no weapon other than our just basic shot here. Nice recovery on the death game. Thank you for the boss call. Admittedly, right now I'm a little focused on seeing how this Rakshasa goes. Oh god, this is scary. Crumble doing a really good job of staying alive there. Manages to get the kill. Absolutely incredible. That was clutch. Wonder if he's gonna mark beating the first stage there? There we go. Oh, right. Crumble did get the extra death in Rakshasa. Hopping over to Elphazar's hat, clearing stages 1 and 2 should... well, it'll get us 6 bosses at least. However, in this time, Vanstrummer is going to catch up, because Vanstrummer is wrapping up the second boss in Campanella. They are now tied on Campanella Yeah, I think that might be something to bring up after the match, but I don't think, like, that's one of those things where I think that's fine to let happen, because, definitely spent the amount of time there. Yeah. So that progress that Vanstrummer made in Campanella does unfortunately mean that Crumble is going to lose that lead that he had initially. I mean, he should be getting the center square out of this, but it's gonna be tough. Because now with Vanstrummer in Campanella 2, we're gonna get the Campanella trilogy, we're going to get Campanella 2 clearing more woods 2, and it's gonna be more woods 2 most likely because we can get the friendship bracelet while we're there. And also, if Vanstrummer's thinking about it, he can also pick up the key in one of these run and gun sections. Okay, we're pushing through stage 1. The key is in, I believe, this level? I actually genuinely forget. Crumble down to his last life here in Alphazar. Which, I mean, we're basically at the end of this, so... Right, picking up a ticket for the gift opportunity. Ding! Thank you. Yeah, the mini-boss there was a big enemy. Josie here counts as a boss, though. Alright, let's see how Vanstrummer's getting on here. This was the star door, so we're not going for the key right now, to my knowledge. We're just going to be pushing the levels. Full health going up against Rotondo. And there's a stage and a boss down for Alphazar. And hopefully we can get the gift while we're here. We do have 3 coins pretty nicely positioned here. Alright, there we go. Looks like we're continuing to play the bonus game to actually get lives, but... honestly, I think you just take the death, get the 1 life, and move forward. Yeah, Rotondo doesn't count as a, boss. Alright, hopping in here, and there's our friendship bracelet. That is a gift for Campanella 2. Whoops, wrong player. Let me try that again. Did I mark Alphazar's hat for the right person? I did not. I didn't mark it at all. Yeah. So both players got a gift. We have a gift in Alphazar, we got a gift in Campanella too. Ooh. A little bit of a bonk there. Not the end of the world. Crumble getting close to the end here of the train auto-scroller. Down to our last life, so we're gonna have to be pretty careful here. Ooh, that's... Oh, geez. Now, I mean, the nice thing here for Crumble is that even if he goes down here, he can still just continue, but, like, at this point, you've spent a lot of time going through the earlier parts of this stage. You really want to try avoiding a game over here if you can. I think this should be the last wave of enemies here. So this will be 6 bosses done. Gonna have to go find one more somewhere. There it is. Now we just gotta go find one more. Where are we headed? Cyber Owls. Classic choice. Really quick stages, really quick access to bosses. Probably gonna head over to, Congo? Yeah. Now we don't have any other real synergy for this, unless we went to Chicago for the key, maybe? Mini and Max has already been done, yeah. Vanstrummer very quickly approaching the end of Moorwoods 2, so we're gonna get the Campanella Trilogy progress and the Campanella 2 Square itself. So hopefully, hopefully Crumble's ready to move into Rock On or Rail Heist. More likely Rock On, just because the Rail Heist is the very hard and that's likely to take longer. If you go into Rock On now, you're at least relatively likely to be able to block it. But that gives all the information you need to know your opponent is going into Campanella Trilogy. Vanstrummer now into Campanella 3, and is going for 0% strats. This'll get us a gift. Because the 0% also count for getting a star on the wave. And so once we get to the end of the stage, we'll be able to play the bonus game with maximum orange balloons. Alright, that is our final boss. So now the strat has been revealed to Vanstrummer as to what Crumble was up to that whole time. Now Crumble's gonna need to take a look at the board here, hopefully recognize what's going on here, but hops into Big Bell Race. It looks like we're just doing this for the square. Oh! Crumble is rushing ahead on his own bingo. There's 1 opponent, 2 opponents, and 3. We have 3 opponents with a head start. Hopefully the slaps cooperate, unfortunately taking a death there. Yeah, I'll be very curious to see if either of them pivot away to do defense. Because I guess one thing that you can notice about that line 4... if you're feeling... if you're feeling more comfortable about racing Vanger before your opponent can knock out 9 Devil Stars... Yeah, hold on. Hold on, I think Crumble might have a nice line here. So it might be Vanstrummer who needs to play defense here. Trying to push our way back up through the ranks here. Ooh, taking a death right there. Now, we don't have to win this race necessarily, but it does kind of suck. to not get the first race. And that is one opponent finishing before us. Gonna reset. Yeah, we do need to do it eventually on 3 separate tracks. So my thought there might be to go ahead and keep going. Because most often you're gonna get the goal on stages 1, 2, and 4. Stage 3 is designed in such a way that it's kind of hard. Okay, there's our Campanella 3 gift. So what are we doing now? Yeah, but stage 3 is a little harder to give your opponents an entire lap head start, and then also come back, just because, like, there's no booster pads, there's no funny figure 8 to do, there's no shortcuts. It is just playing. Ooh, Vanger for the block? No, out of Vanger. Over to Divers. I think this is a smart block. Yeah, this is a really, really smart block. And unfortunately, for Crumble, there's not really much you can do unless you had gotten this before. Alright, there's one race done. It's the right choice, but I wanted to see the Vanger, yeah. One, two, three. There. Okay, gonna take our death intentionally so that we can reset our health. I like that play. Ooh, not getting the. Oh, that's rough. Yeah, I think Crumble might have been thinking he had time to get the Big Bell Square. And then he could push the divers and go for Vanger last. But unfortunately, this is about to get blocked. Taking another intentional death to be really sure. Diver's gift for for Vanstrummer. This board is, yep, that is also 6 gifts. This is looking a little bit scary here. Crumble needs to go somewhere here. Don't know where, but it looked like Crumble was taking a moment to think, look at the board, and just be like, what can I do right now? We have a paint chase race to beat 6 courses. Unfortunately, not only does Vanstrummer have the lead here, but Crumble is playing the level instead of doing the Jerry skip. So, assuming Vanstrummer doesn't fail any levels here, should be able to take this square, and then we're gonna have to contend with 2 potential bingos here between collecting a key in 7 games and the planet Zoldath. Yeah. If Crumble knows, like, the perfects here, or at least this perfect, and is able to secure a fast perfect, that might buy back some time, but aside from that, it winds up being more of an auto-scroller than anything. Vanstrummer with a really, really strong lead on this board right now. I'd even forgotten about the gift square, even though I was marking the gifts off. But as soon as that got marked off, I looked over and I was like, oh, yep, well, that is 6 gifts. Yeah. Grabbing paint guns again. And we're gonna get multi-gun. It's looking real nice for, whoop. A little bit of a slip there. Is that enough? Barely. On to course 5. Gonna take the time stop. So if Crumble has a good route and then also does not take the time stop, that's one way he could make up a little bit of time, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. Oh, this is... You know, this felt like it would have been pretty close if Crumble had done the Jerry skip on level 1. Also grabbing the time stop. Yeah, especially with Vanstrummer grabbing the time stop a second time here. Theoretically, Crumble looked like he had an opportunity there to catch up. If he knew that, if he knew and did the, oh my god. I can words today, I promise. If he knew of and did the Jerry skip at the start. Is this? Wait. Okay, no, this is course 6. So we're about to see the heartbreak here, because I think Vanstrummer's got this on lockdown. And I'm noticing something here. There it is, there's the mark. Planet Zoldath gets 2 Yeah, okay, I like this play from Crumble. Both of the column 1 and row 5 both need to be blocked by Zoldath, so might as well hop into Zoldath and see if you can block them both. And thank you for mentioning Kiraj, because we are definitely in that right now. Vanstrummer going for Barbuda at the moment. We found our translator species. Yes, I did mark that correctly. Alright, we found our squids. Time to pelt one with the beach ball. Unfortunately, not enough speed there. Alright, we have our Metamorpher, Meat Printer, and Boomerang. If we had HP increases, I'd be tracking that right now. But unfortunately, no HP increases. So, you know, just getting it for the actual HP increase and not for a bingo goal. There's some sort of joke to be made there of if you're not getting it for a bingo square, is there a point? I've gone too far into bingo. Help. Ooh! Clipping one of the enemies there. This is a really claustrophobic Zoldath seed. We got really narrow pathways. Okay, that was Velgris. Hey Matt, hey Sio. Mortal 2 next. We ate the meat. We're gonna need to find some way out of these squares. I think the tile below had a path out to the left. No. Valve race up. I blinked and I missed the Mortal 2, but I'm pretty sure we got a key. Because that's right at the start. We'll grab a key from the Mimic over on the east side here. Now we just need 2 more. Night Manor and Cyber Owls would be the fastest, but we could also grab it from Vanger or Campanella too. Found some bombs. Don't think we've seen the trade map piece. And we've certainly not collected the overworld. Still need the translator for these guys. Oh, I kinda hate this Zold-ass seed, not gonna lie. We have seen it, okay. So hopefully Crumble kept a note of what that was. "16 sticks, gotcha." Playing the hiding minigame here, which will contribute to another square of hide in 5 different places. Bombing out some walls. Hopefully this will be the overworld map piece. It is! We don't even need the boomerang, but it sure as hell speeds that up. Gonna be very thankful that we stumbled on that. Now we just need to farm some sticks. And you know, at this rate, if we happen to find the other pieces, okay, we do have the meat printer, so we can go up there if we wanted to check out the dungeon, most likely. I have to imagine that is probably the dungeon up there. This feels like it's a pretty viable cherry. Yeah, it looks like we're focusing on sticks right now. Granted, at the point that we're thinking about the cherry for that, we still need to get the trade piece. And the trade piece is absolutely our highest priority. I missed it. Did we get the key there? I'm assuming we did, because we're heading over to Cyber Owls. Pulling up my own stream really quickly. Yes, we got a key. We found the enemy that drops sticks, also huge. Oh, you know, my thought always went over to playing Octavio in Chicago and getting the forklift. But this works too. We're getting a key card, that's a key. Ugh. Taking a hit there. You ate the meat. Now, it looks like our cycle to get around back to it might be a little long. And that is 7 keys. Or more specifically, a key in 7 games. Vanstrummer's gotta be feeling quite a bit of pressure right now, even though he's got the lead right now. For all he knows. Oh, farming up these sticks one at a time is brutal. But at this point, I mean, it's the sticks you know that are here. Oh, and hey, we found one on the overworld. So that's convenient. That is 2 hiding minigames that I've seen. Stop playing with my appliances! Honestly, I kinda wonder if it might be better to go to the left and just out the left side there. Oh, did we get caught there? Or was this just a restart to get back to the start here? Okay, it looks like that was getting caught. Upstairs we go. Songs to hide from the killer, too. 16. So, bit of a farm to go. Alright, that was 3. If I'm counting correctly. There's a chance I might be 1 behind. But it's 3 that I've directly seen. Up to 12 sticks right now for Crumble. That should be 4 hiding minigames, and then I imagine we're going to flick the TV, then head back up into the attic. Oh no, it's flush the toilet time! Everybody's favorite. Stop wasting my water! How many times do I have to tell these heckin' kids? And that should be 5. Vanstrummer strengthening a pretty strong lead here. Elfie would always make that joke when I'm playing Night Manor. Anytime I use the toilet to summon the killer. Alright, here we go. It's Club Pass time. So depending on how... We need to find our trade map piece again. There it is. Are we gonna stick around and try for the cherry, or are we gonna duck out? We're ducking out. Over to Bug Hunter. Get 4 kills in 1 job by pushing bugs into pits. Alright, there's no specific restrictions here in Jungle Rush, so just gonna play some Heckin' Rock on. I can always appreciate a goal that just, like, lets me chill for a little bit. Alright, we're gonna get our first... Doing some mental calculation there. Here's 1 kill. Maybe. Managing to fend off the second wave here. Shoot, was that a push kill? I think we're at 2 if that was a push kill. Time to double check. No, there was no push kill there. So we're still at 1 by my count. Oh no! Taking a death there, unfortunately, for Crumble. Now we're gonna need to find another... This is kind of an awkward pit. And Flores again. That's a little rough, yeah. I really like this song a lot, okay? Alright, here's our first push. And yeah, this pit is a lot nicer for getting kills. Looks like we're looking at shift here. I think this bug loadout is probably a little better for this as well. Sneaky synergy if you have work less on the card. Oh, that's nice. Oh shoot, was one of those from the pit? I think we just did kills, right? Just regular shot kills. Dang it, I need to stop looking away when I'm... Yeah, that was just a shot kill. No, there was a pit. Wait, that was day 1. Okay, moving into day 3, 1 pit kill. Ooh! Fantastic! Cephalug for the pits! You love to see it. We're still at 1 pit shove, right? Unfortunately, we're not We don't have any movement available in the shop here. Yeah, I don't know if the teleport to elevated ground was the right call here. This is unfortunate. Oh no. Okay, we have a couple of opportunities here. +1, so that's 2, I think. Three. Yeah, I honestly I don't blame for not making a pit there, because that's gonna be nearly impossible to push any bugs into. Okay, we're gonna have to get over to the right side here, and then just push up, and that should be number 4. There it is! It's been done. You know, for the intense deficit we had earlier, catching back up to 4 points behind feels pretty decent. Because, like, what, we were at 6 points behind not that long ago? Oops. Yeah, resetting, that's under... Welcome to Barbuda. Oops. Hey, Carter. I still would love a mod that, if you get crushed by that block specifically, it has Grey Glue Glitch saying, "Welcome to Barbuda." Hey, Terry. Vanstrummer now into wave 9. So I wonder what 3 squares we're gonna see here from Vanstrummer. I mean, we know what one of them will be. It's Rock On, but you know, what other 2 squares is Vanstrummer gonna try and aim to get? Because I believe at this point, all of Crumble's bingo opportunities have been blocked. Could just bingo with Rail Heist. True! Oh! Oh, bad incident, bad incident! There we go. Now we do have the umbrella. That will make a traversal here a little safer. But booba. Fair. Ooh! Phantom! Phantom! Phantom again! Okay, we've escaped the Phantom for now. Once again thinking of gloves, I'm not afraid. I'm not scared. Immediately into the Phantom appearing. Alright, here comes bean number 1, and that is... Okay, Vanstrummer's going for the win here with 9 Devil Stars. Hey, Keeney! Keeney, wake up! We got Rail Heist! Ooh, Phantom again. Now, where are we going? Oh, we're gonna go up. Okay, okay, okay. I see the play. Alright, here comes Devil Star number 1. We'll see if Vanstrummer's been practicing his rail heist. So far, so good in level 1. Oh wait, if you go back... No, actually this is fine, I think. Here's bean number 2. You, when you play Block Koala, amazing. Alright, still need one more bean NPC. Grabbing the money. Ooh, taking a death there. Is that enough to discourage Vanstrummer entirely from Rail Heist? Oh no. Ooh, okay, so... Now hopping into Barbuda for the 3 bean NPCs. Yeah, it only gets more complicated from there. Oh, is... Well, what are we getting the key for? If we had... I guess we have enough money. No, there's an egg. There's an egg up there. I mean, okay. If we go and we talk to one of the beans, open the top left section. Yeah. And then we can turn this into a cherry? Because we can buy 2 eggs back. I think I see the play. Hopefully it pays off, because Crumble really needs both this square and a little bit more. Now what are we gonna cherry if we, Yeah, we're going for the bean first. There's 1 bean for Vanstrummer. Phantom! Crumble has been absolutely haunted by this Phantom. It's so hard to escape this, what the heck? Leave me alone. Okay, here we go. In we go. Where's the Does Phantom not show up in here? Okay, we're good. There's our bean. Oh, we're taking the candy. I don't know if that was intentional. We're gonna grab more money then? That is the 3rd bean. I don't know if we intended to actually... We need money now. Ooh, really unfortunate death there. Alright, gonna mark that and get out. Slim Tank! And Vanger. Yeah, unfortunately no cherry there for Crumble. Granted, looking at our options here for cherries, I don't know... God, I guess we could have gone into Nightmare or Big Bell Race, but like, our cherry options are kinda rough on this card. Because Barbuda's the fastest one, then we have Nightmare and Big Bell Race. So I think for where we're at, it might have just been a hidden blessing that we didn't wind up getting the Cherry and Barbuda. Grabbing a shield here. Hello, Red Robot. And hello again, Red Robot. Vanger Cherry incoming. True. That's definitely the play here. Crumble doing a pretty good job of making his way through here, hitting the checkpoint, but the checkpoint won't do anything for us. Oop, scary. Vanger Cherry when Warp Tank is right there. Also true. Oop, did we get Crust Sector? Did we just Crust Sector? Hell yeah. Alright, losing a clone there, but it's not the end of the world. This game kind of this room conveniently checkpoints itself pretty decently here. All of our generals have been claimed other than collect 2 cherries from games on this card. So at this point, my job is pretty much like... Oh, I didn't mark the Campanella trilogy, oops. I was commenting on it, but I forgot to mark it. But yeah, at this point, we're just kind of looking for squares directly right now. Not really much synergy left on the board, we're just kind of scrambling for anything we can get our hands on right now. Ugh, scary. Oh! Barely hitting there. Yeah, this has been a really, really strong match. Vanstrummer came out of the gate swinging. And Crumble's been doing a pretty good job of catching back up, but I think the damage might have just already been done. We'll see if it's recoverable. A 4-point deficit this late into the match is very difficult to come back from. There we go. Yep, gonna have to find our way up through here. One of them down. Managing to make it up. Now we just have this final little bullet section to get through. Oh no! Saved! Dead! I think that was a win? That counts, right? Like, we made it into the capsule, right? That counts. There's no real verification in this mode, so I'm going to say that that counts because the capsule closed. Alright, what are we at? 11% right now. Hopping back in. Gonna grab our shield upgrade over here, probably. Nope, skipping on through. Oh. Death there, we're gonna have to head back over to the soft sector again. One more time! Yeah, this is the unfortunate part of Slim Tank. It's a level select code, but it does not give you any checkpoints. Ooh! Dang, unfortunate death there. Right, gonna grab a boss here in Vanger. This is the most intense boss fight you will ever see in this game. That was a close one. But yeah, on a serious note, that cheese is very easy to do. I didn't quite catch the percentage there, but it's definitely not 25 because we're hopping back in. Bosses are not worth percentage. Are the codes they give? I mean, I guess not if you're saying bosses aren't worth percentage, right? Wild, I kind of figured they would be. Clearly I need to read the resource document. Map and upgrades only. Alright. Crumble kind of getting into the zone here. Now we need to stop at the marked tile. Yep, good job, good job. Heck this room. Oh, warped up too soon, no! Now obviously for my position as a caster, I am kind of rooting a little bit for Crumble to grab a couple extra squares here, so that we, I'm always rooting for a closer match. Alright, here we go. Oh, Vanstrummer falling there. Gonna have to come back around one more time. Ooh! No! I could see the panic happening in real time there. Crumble went through the portal and then wasn't sure if he was safe where he landed, so he warped back again when the electric field dropped. Oh, that was a rough bounce there. Now we do have about an hour left in the match with the playoff rules. So in like these kinds of matches now more than ever, being able to finish strong is incredibly important. All right. Made it through... Oh gosh. Run, run. No! Taking a hit from the bullet. I think the strat there might have been to camp out at the left half of that platform on the ceiling and wait for another opening. This match, like, I don't necessarily think I would even call this one a blowout myself, because, Vanstrummer definitely got a really, really strong early lead, but Crumble's been putting up a really good fight after that rough start. It's only a blowout if it's 15-9 or better. True. Okay, yeah, camp up here. Alright, we got the kill. Now we just need to head down through the green portal. And I think at this point... where'd it go? I think we're fine. Understandably, Crumble is like... Where's the electric field? It was right here. I feel that hesitance so much right now. Okay, we're good. We made it. We made it. That's it. Yo, cross sector! Oh, I wonder... Oh no, he's doing this again because he didn't think it counted. And I can't say... I can respect it at least, for sure, just like making sure it counts. But I think that's a scenario where you might want to ask a vague question in a Bingo Sync chat and just say, did that count? True. And yeah, I would say it counts too, because the capsule closed, right? Left Rakshasa a tiny bit before the stage clear screen showed up. It was like so close to the stage clear screen showing up that it really didn't feel worth litigating because like he had been paused for a good while during that, so there wasn't even an erase at all for that. So that kind of felt like more of a situation of let it go, but then talk about it in the aftermatch. Because that didn't change anything in the slightest. Alright, we've given our opponents a head start. Whee! Meteor stomping around here in Verde. Woo! Yeah, that is true. We don't have to do it this time. Maybe Crumble kinda forgot? No, I doubt it, but hopefully he doesn't think you have to do all three in one go. The Verde boss, the Verde boss. It's Ramsey! Oop! Crumble getting caught up a little bit in the shortcut there this lap. Huge slap! Oh no! The first one was almost kind of beneficial, but then getting kind of caught off guard and slapped once again. Now here's another case where, with what we mentioned earlier, or what was mentioned earlier, this boss doesn't really wind up counting for anything. We just want to go grab, more map space here. Meteor Stomp does at least do a ton of damage. 19% again. So I guess that'll kind of confirm to Vanstrummer that bosses don't add to things directly. Danger. Vanger danger. Right, 1, 2, 3? I didn't catch, did we win race 2? I was busy checking in on Vanger when that happened. Oh wait, I can catch up in my VOD. Oh yeah, we did not. Damn. Alright, the nice thing here is that Vanstrummer is advancing through a lot of map squares now at this point. should be melting the rest of that. Oh yeah. Not getting our lead this time. This is a case where I might advocate for opening up the resource dock and double-checking the shortcuts if you don't know them. And yeah. Just continuing up north, or, well, upwards in a vertical direction will get us to Latham sector. Alright, looks like we do know the shortcut here. So we should be pulling back ahead again. Alright, back to library, and that is 30%. Vanstrummer now within striking distance of finishing the game. What will he go for next? Avianos! Win a campaign on Hatchling without using any miracles. That is 2 wins for Crumble. Alright, so the main things we need to watch out for are not using the blessings, or sorry, the miracles, rather, from Brontor or Trilog. We can select them, but we have to not use the miracles. Which, honestly, the strongest point for both of them is their miracles, usually. At least for Trilog. Brontor I could see a case for the economy. But Quetzal is gonna be a pretty big deal here. And I think that was 3. Over into Hyper Contender. Mark the square! Mark the square! I guess at this point you kinda do have to do a little bit of holding. And hope that you're setting the other player back a little bit. Because at the situation that Crumble's in right now... There we go. Yeah, I mean, like, the main thing about holding here is that, like, you kind of hope that your opponent... When you're at this big of a deficit, you kind of have to, like, not only snipe your opponent, but you have to hope that you can kind of waste some time as well. Because, like, right there, if Vanstrummer had gone from Vanger into Big Bell Race, then, that would have been about a minute of time loss for Vanstrummer. Hey, Vanilla. The biggest example I can think of is the Kana versus Spoody match during the season. I think that was the biggest deficit that I've personally seen. Where Kana had to take some very calculated risks And it was kind of like a, well, if I lose, I was going to lose anyway. The only way I'm going to win is if this thing happens. And then I'm able to take advantage in this way. Alright, there's our first match win. Yeah, I'm really excited to see how the A-tier playoffs turn out. I hope I can grab a game or two. Alright. Looks like we're just going for the pure military win here. Ah, dang. Unfortunate loss there for Crumble. Yeah. This Hyper Contender Square is definitely quite a challenge. The team of two here has so much explosive power, which can get in their own way here, but doesn't seem to be setting them back enough right now. Yeah, Dave. Agreed. Also, belatedly, thank you for the raid. I did see it and I just forgot to say thank you. Hope you had a lovely stream. Alright, another go. I love Voltana getting hit way up in the air and slowly floating to the ground. Alright, there we go. There's another victory for Crumble. Well, I say another, but that's a victory one, I believe. Now into round 2. Well, that's step 1, Dave. Now I know I can poke you and be like, "Hey, you wanna co-cast this?" Alright, how are we doing in Avianos here? We've got 4. Got a pretty significant presence on the map here. I think a Trilock here from the enemy could grab one of the empty castles, though. Oh. Will the archers be enough? Archers? Hit the bomber? What the heck is this bomber? Holy crap. Yeah, what the heck? Like, the bomber got attacked a little bit by some of those archers, but then just like, nah. Bomber just kind of got smart and ran away and over to the other side. Why doesn't that happen when it's my bombers? Alright, another victory here for Crumble. Wait, was that 3 in a row? Oh, that's 3! That was 3! Wait a second, that was 3! I think I looked away during one of the victories when I was watching the battle. We have an Avianos race on our hands now. And I think with the way Crumble is... Or I think with the way Vanstrummer's playing, Crumble has a pretty reasonable shot of catching up here. Oh no! Van had to reset! Wait, holy shit? Is this gonna turn into a rail heist race? Followed by a potential cherry race if Crumble wins that? Wait, hold on. Oh yeah, this map is really good for Van. That's the best part, RBW. We're in playoffs now, so our time limit is 2 hours 15 minutes. And if it's tied at time, guess what? We play until somebody gets the square. So... if, like, this is a huge momentum gain for Crumble. Van has a really good shot at closing this off here with this map. Van does seem to be pushing towards the enemy, though. And I think you really just want to shore up your defenses on your castle and just focus on taking the 4 on your side instead of going all the way over. Okay, we're recruiting. Yeah, we're... Oh, no. Okay, we're taking their castles. This is pretty good. But Crumble is on the verge of taking a 4th castle now. Quetzal? Quetzal, my beloved? Yeah, using a miracle is using the miracle options from Trilock or Brontor. Okay, Crumble has 4 castles. Can Crumble hold? Crumble does at least have an archer on this bottom one. Yeah, you can pick those ancestors, just don't spend bones on the miracle. Oh, Van, no! Losing the castle! Van, grab the other 2 castles! I would like to point out, at one point in this match, Crumble had a 6-point deficit. Yeah, this castle should be pretty well defended. We have 4 archers that should be able to just take down everything here. And that should be it. It's rail heist time, baby! Or a cherry race. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Where are we gonna go? Grimstone! Rail Heist 2! Alright. Yeah, no, neither player has any cherries. Crumble tried to get one earlier. It didn't wind up working out. Yeah, the fastest cherries here are Barbuda, Night Manor, Big Bell Race, and Rakshasa. And out of those, I see Barbuda and Night Manor and Big Bell Race being the most reasonable. Crumble is... Alright, we're going in. Yeah, Van does have the progress on Night Manor from hiding from the killer. It's not a whole lot of progress, but it's at least something. Oop. Van trying to get the kill there from punching out the train. Not working out there, gonna try again, I'd imagine. Ooh. Alright, well there's... Yeah, we're struggling a little bit here with number 3, or... Yeah, this is number 3, right? No, this is number 2. Alright, there's one Devil Star. We are now tied up, I think, right? We sure are. So who can knock out this Devil Star? Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking here. It definitely looks like resource dock checking. Alright, there's our super punch. Yeah, resource dock paying off here. Ugh. I've got a concussion, ouch. Uh-oh. Okay, gonna have to... Okay, we're good, we're good. Okay, Van also has it now. So I think both players are now looking at the resource document. I mean, hey, even if the strategy is just follow Keeney's route, like knowing what it is pretty helpful. Yeah. Like, this is really tense. Oh no, is this just like... Pardon me for not saying much right now. Oh no! Taking a hit from the Lawman there. Crumble gonna restart the stage. I think Vanstrummer's doing a little bit more freeform. And I think... I mean, we still have another 6 stages to go after this. But I think Van is doing a pretty solid job of figuring out levels here. Oh, ran over a little too far. Van one stage ahead here. Oh, I love knocking Lawman off the ladder like that. It's so funny. Ooh, is this gonna be enough? You're gonna block it off? Okay. You don't have to follow the entire route, just punch through the wall. Okay, this works too. Alright, on to stage 4. Let's see, did we make it to stage 5 here? No. Alright, got quick draw. Both players now on high alert. Alright, Crumble's downloaded the information. You know, like you usually do when you grab information into your brain. Alright, Van, got a clear shot? Blocking it off. You have a bullet. You have a bullet. Van, please, you had a bullet. Don't scare me like that. Oh no! Saving that one for next level. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On to foul business. Ooh, not quite getting the lineup here. Yeah. Oh, rail heist. Ooh, doing a full reset there. It's Unfortunately, a little bit slow to do that. Yeah, it is kind of looking like Van is about to... Like, Van's definitely on pace here. Crumble's not totally out of it yet. Some of the later stages can get a bit tricky. But I think Van is doing a pretty solid job of figuring out strats here. Oh, I love Rail Heist. Ooh, yep, that's the thing that always hits me. Off-screen off-screen lawman. Alright, is that enough? Is that everybody? We got it? Grab the cash and get on out. Now, do you remember from your mistakes? You gotta crouch. Okay, we have vision on this lawman. Crunch, and then jump and yeet. There we go. And hey, we don't even have to take out every single one of the chickens, but we do still need to get up there. And if you don't know the chicken skip... Do we know the chicken skip? Are we gonna risk it at the end of the level here? No! Oh, I felt that. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I feel like at this point you really gotta just go get the chicken and like leave. Uh-oh. Oh goodness, that was close. Okay. Take note here. Roll, 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 you're gonna get shot! Crumble, no! Yeah, like, that's the thing that hits me every time on this stage when I forget about it, so it's just like... I'm thinking about it every time I'm watching somebody else play this stage. Yeah, Crumble had a little bit of extra information there just because he had the turn where he got to watch the lawmen move. But at the same time, it's still easy to just kind of forget, oh right, it's there. Uh-oh. Okay, at least this... Oh wait, no, the lawman can pick up the safe. Yeah, no! Okay, we're going for the chicken skip right at the start now. Oh no, not again! Jumping away this time. Oh, I love Rail Heist. Okay, so do you remember? Crouch, 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 and roll. Crouch and roll. And now we're safe. Shoot! And now grab a chicken for your path over. Please grab a chicken. Van looks like he's got this on lockdown. Oh, or no, you can just get a really good punch boost. Okay. That was a really strong punch boost. Both players finishing this with the Devil Star at just about the same time. That was a really sick punch boost, by the way. Like, I really want to reiterate that that was such a huge punch boost. Boop. I think Crumble might be making his own strats? No, we're looking at the video, or we're looking at the strats now. Timer stopped. Activate the turret again and throw it down. Uh-oh. Oh no! Yeah, we'll see if Crumble winds up adapting some different strats here. Alright, getting a couple kills there. Really nice adapting here from Crumble. And Vanstrummer coming up with a pretty solid route here too. We're gonna punch out the floor from underneath this and then throw this over, I'd imagine. Although we're gonna have to get it up and out here. This also works. Ooh, scary. I love Braille Heist. Hey, Elfie. Welcome to this match, which, just to, like, run back through how this match went. We heckin' started this game off with Vanstrummer claiming one hell of a flurry of squares, and I think I remember the score being 7-3 at one point, and then before long, there was one point where Vanstrummer even had a 6-point lead over Crumble. But Crumble has been putting up an incredible fight here to take this into a rail heist race to try and force it into sudden death. Neither player has any cherries right now. So if we wind up getting, if this winds up going to sudden death, it's gonna turn into a cherry race. Yeah, Crumble's gotta get this tile in 20 minutes if we want to have a cherry race. Van managed to beat the stage. Scouting out the area here now. Bringing in a safe, like the play. Definitely appreciate Van taking a moment to look at the other side here before hitting the lever. Gonna throw in the chicken. Oh, I think you didn't want to... I think you would have rather, let him shoot the crate rather than, doing that. But you know what? This works. I think Van's got this. Oh yeah, the timer is a little rough right here. Because now we're gonna have to get into the cart here. Yeah, me too. Okay, Crumble seems to be developing a strat as well for the previous stage. Both of the lawmen coming over here. I think if we get this Gatling out of here... Oh, very, very good catch there. Almost would have taken a death there. Stunning both lawmen here. I respect that. I think... Oh no. This is not what we wanted. I think this is gonna be death. Oh, unfortunate. I think if, yeah. I think if Crumble had just brought the turret back over to the right, or left it facing right up there. But also, yeah, punch out the wall would work. Alright, Lawman's gonna get hit here. Okay, we're punching out the wall this time. Alright, there we go. That's another Devil Star. So let's count them. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think. Shit. 7. Okay. We're on level 8 now. Shoot. Let me double check. Real heist level list. Vault Robbery is level 8, Winging It is level 9. Alright, lawmen are in a pretty good spot to get hit by these the safe here. Oh no, I think Crumble is kind of in a death spiral here. Okay, we pulled out of it for a bit here. We're actually getting some turns in. I think Vanstrummer's looking to be in pretty good shape here. All lawmen are dead, so just gotta go get the box out. Oh no! Barely not sending that far enough. If that Gatling had been thrown just a little bit farther, it would have been enough to take out both of those enemies, I'm pretty sure. Lawmen being sent to the tracks. This is the final stage. Bonk. Really nice usage of the Gatling there. Okay, everything... Oh goodness, that would have been real bad if we had taken a hit from the Gatling. Well, Crumble did manage to figure out that stage. But still has... I think that'll be number 6. No! You have to take out the turret! Or grab the protection. No! They usually are. But we're in playoffs now. We're in tournament mode. So, instead of the usual tiebreaker of whoever had more squares in an hour 45, we now are in the territory where it's sudden death if you hit 2 hours and 15 minutes and you're tied. At which point it goes into an untimed race for the next square. Yeah, we're not in sudden death right now. The only way we're gonna hit sudden death in this race is if Crumble manages to pull ahead and then also manages to get the rest of these Devil Stars within the next, let's see, 12 minutes? Yeah. Uh-oh. That's a death. Oh, and that's gonna be a really long chain of events. Okay, no, we're good. So yeah, at this point, it's looking like Vanstrummer has probably secured this, but who knows? Crumble could really speed through the next ones. Yeah, like, there would have to be two things that happen here. Because, like, it looks like Van is doing a pretty good job of figuring this out here. Oh yeah, Van doesn't seem to be... Oh no! Yeah, if Van doesn't figure out about the double jump, then this could be really tricky. There we go. That is our Devil Star. On to shifting gears. Yeah, the double jump is like at the end of the stage in a pretty clearly labeled crate. So we're on stage 7. Stage 7 for Crumble, stage 9 for Van. Will Van attempt to shoot the floor beneath the crate? Yeah. What are we punching the floor here for? Ooh. Death for Crumble. Yeah, this is actually... It's looking doable. Gonna have to punch out the money. You can jump up there, I think, right? Oh no! Oh no! I'm sorry, there's just some... There's something really funny about somebody trying to go for that. Just because, like, when you go for it and don't get it, the way that your character just kind of, like, falls onto the tracks and punches forward before they fall is just really funny to me. Okay, we got the kill. Genuinely just, like, punch out the wall. Or grab a chicken here. You've got good punch boost, but that's not quite enough, and that is it! GG. I'll admit I was kind of paying a little bit of attention to the attempted, crouching punch boost there.
Oh my goodness. They were like on me at the end. Like I started going for goals and it gets sniped. I go for goals, it gets sniped.
The prophecy was very much like on the horizon. If was potentially on the horizon.
I'm guessing you were also in Rail Heist at the end.
I was. I think I had 6 stars.
Yeah.
That was a really good game.
Wow. Van, that heckin' flurry of squares you marked at the start was really, really strong. But, like, Crumble, what a fight.
Yeah. That was wild.
Yeah, that was... I got Sorry, I got so scared when you checked off like 4 squares at like once. And I just tried to stay in it. And I'm guessing I sniped you on some to like keep it going.
Oh yeah. Bosses, like to a very, very, very small degree. I was starting to work on bosses when you done it. I only had 2 because I did the Campanella. Barbuda for sure. Else was I kind of... Oh, Avianos. I was really on the struggle bus on that one. You sniped it when I was about to actually beat it.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah, it was just like... During the time you were in Rock On, I think, is when Crumble was able to like make a little bit of progress back, but like I don't think Rock On was a bad play at all. It was kind of just like a nice, like consistent square to just grab and think about your next play.
Yeah, that one I had. So I did pull up the guide, but it made no sense to me. Like after like the second wave, I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I'm just gonna wing this. And then clearly Rail Heist, I had no idea.
I also have no clue. I had no clue for Rail Heist or Rock On Island.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up not going for those until like the end.
Yeah.
There was some good, and that's how I ended up just knocking out so many squares. There was so much good synergy in the beginning.
Yeah. Like I was
Moon King. Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, I was following along with you on your gifts as you were getting them, and even I was still surprised when you checked off 6 gifts, even though I marked your 6th gift when you got it. I was like, wait, oh yeah, that was 6 gifts.
Yeah, and I didn't even take into account that like Nightmare was also a gift, and
yeah.
Camp. Well, I got the gifts in Camp 1, 2, and 3, which in retrospect I could have probably skipped Camp 3 because you marked out the boss just as I had got my the Campanella trilogy goal for the you marked off for the bosses, but that was when I was seriously going to start going for it because I had 3. So I was going to jump into Cyber Halls. I was going to jump into Mini and Max and grab some of those fast ones. But yeah, you grabbed it pretty quick. I was like, oh, I like that center square right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw the center square, and I like immediately was trying to go for bosses, and then just like boss synergy. So I also went for like Rakshasa and Alphazars.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that. Was great. Yeah. You have to beat it for Rakshasa. You have to beat it for Alphazar. And I was going for Camp 2, and none of those counts bosses.
Yeah, as we say in the community, Rotundo, he is a big enemy.
Yeah, that was a heck of a race. And yeah, there were some that I hadn't gone to, but there was some I was absolutely going to go for. Like, I would have went for the trade. Well, I looked at the trade map piece for a second in the top left corner. I'm like, man, you had just grabbed the overworld one. I'm like, nah, that's a bingo. I'm definitely not getting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I saw you kind of like move away from there. And I was like, I already had invested the time in that, so I had to stick with
it. The very hards on this card, I guess we can't really see them. Was Rail Heist one of them?
Yeah, it was Rail Heist and Vanger.
I did both of them. Awesome.
Yeah.
Because I
didn't
looking for the mark, but I couldn't see it.
Yeah. I didn't realize that bosses didn't count for Vanger until, like, you know, we saw it on yours and somebody pointed it out in chat. It's
bosses don't count for a percentage?
It's exploration and power-ups.
My god, so that key code, those 2 key codes I fought for meant nothing?
I think so, yeah.
God. Well, I don't know that. I would have not. I basically just would have not done. I'm gonna practice this goal. Yeah, I would have not even gone into Verde. That's wild.
Keeney's saying it's a stretch to say you fought for the Y-Vanger one.
Yeah.
Look, that is a really, really, really tough fight.
It is if you do it.
It's very intense.
In my casual playthrough, I fought that boss honest, and it's a hard fight.
Yeah.
But not when you just sit on the ceiling. I'm sure someone was screaming at me when I was doing the lockdown too, but yeah, that was crazy fun, and yeah, the last 3 goals being ones you marked off, and then 2 in between, and then it's what a match! What a way to start off. I mean, we aren't the first playoff match, but one of the first, and definitely the first in C2.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that was such a good match. I think, yeah, I'm really happy with like how I was able to like hang on, but also like you played super well.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm so glad I finally got a chance to play you because with the unfortunate situation of Julie dropping out, we were meant to play in the regular season, and then it kind of shifted the schedule a little bit. So you were the opponent that I lost. So
Mm-mm.
it was really nice. And if I known I could got matched like this in the season, I'm really sad I missed out now.
No, yeah, that was yeah. I'm glad I got to play you also, because I kept seeing your name in like the ranking. Like, I know you were like pretty high up for like the first part of the season, and I was like, I was keeping my eye out for you in case we did like play. But yeah, that was super fun.
My strategy so far has been, and it worked. I could tell it worked in the beginning, but you definitely adapted very well. My strategy has been strike. It's basically Cobra Kai: strike first, strike hard, no mercy, and I just keeping you confused, jumping all over the card. But you definitely brought it back and gave it back to me pretty good.
Yeah. So I'm curious, if Crumble had managed to get the rail heist square, that would have basically turned into an untimed cherry race. What cherries would you have both gone for?
I was thinking about it, but like when I was debating whether to go in a rail heist or just do cherry, because I'm like not comfortable with rail heist at all.
Mhm.
But I think I'd have to do like I'd have to do Night Manor and Big Bell Race, I guess.
That's a very I would do Barbuda, I think, and then I would have to bring up a guy for Night Manor.
Solid choices.
Boomcat's a little too long. Hyper Contender, if I was really desperate.
Yeah, Crumble, it kind of looked like you were kind of thinking about trying to go for the cherry and Barbuda.
I definitely was, because I was like, this is the only way I could maybe like come back. But I think I had lost too many lives.
Yeah, and then you accidentally spent money on the candy, I think.
I definitely did. But I think that might have been good, because I think if I had gone for the cherry, I think I would have held the square.
Oh yeah.
And I think Vanstrummer was in Barbuda.
Yes.
At the time, so I might have lost that square if I had gone for the cherry.
I believe when you marked it, I was on my way. I was like 1 or 2 screens away from the candy, and then I would have jumped down the hole, and that would have been my second. I would have gotten the third one very quick. So if you would have held it, yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, playlist reminding me that Paint Chase was a snipe in favor of Vanstrummer. Like that was
really?
actually a pretty close race in Paint Chase.
It was. I think I was in like course 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Wow. If there was one course, I don't remember which one or how the heck it went, but there was one course I only got by 1%. So if I had missed that one, you would have gotten it for sure.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to watch the VOD for this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
like, for the sake of a bingo match, there's a good section of time where I'm like rooting for Crumble to get more squares, but like, you know, it's for the sake of more bingo game.
Well, you had to have gotten your fill then.
Yeah.
Because holy crap.
Yeah.
I'm still reeling.
Yeah, this was one hell of a match.
D2 is strong. We're coming for higher tiers next year. So we got next season. We're improving like crazy. Like
no kidding.
You know,
there were like a good number of comments about just like how strong C2 has gotten in the chat during the race.
Oh yeah, like starting off matches, I was very incompetent, not doing very well, and then like you can see it all around, and then you got like Sleepy, who I swear if you told me he was a Mooncat speedrunner, I would believe you. Parchment, who's just knocking off squares all the time. Same thing with Fire Lion and He Who. It's definitely not who's holding and doing crazy stuff, and Crumble. Like, we had 4, 6, and 2s, and they're 5th place at 5 and 3. Like, it was a tight division too.
Yeah.
And even like the people that finish in the, unfortunately, someone has to finish in the bottom, and the people that finish at the bottom, like you could even see their growth from the first, getting 1 or 2 squares, and then they're firing back, and they're hanging with everyone. It's been an insane season, especially super fun in C2, just to see everyone's growth and how crazy it's gotten.
Yeah, I'd really love to see just kind of a trend of like squares marked from like week 1 to week 8 of C2.
Yeah, I think week 1 I maybe got like 6 squares. And it went to time.
Yeah. And here y'all are like nearly blacking out the board.
Yeah, we were. I mean, yeah, because I remember looking at the timer, and I think, man, I haven't really been doing a lot the last little bit, because I swear I was almost at, I think I was like at 11 at just over an hour or something. I'm like, wow, this is crazy how fast this is going. You start knocking out the squares back. It's insane.
Yeah.
Oh, Hugh is actually saying in chat, funny story about that, Karma. I have the numbers. We started at an average score of 5.3. Got a lot higher than we started getting fast bingos.
Oh yeah. I think I was the first C bingo, and then I think Parchment got it like the next day or something like that, so it wasn't even like it was by a lot, and then it just bingo after bingo after bingo. Wild season.
With the line you set up there on row 4, like I was thinking, oh no, this match is gonna be over a little earlier, but then like I realized that Crumble's line was pretty fast, but then you realized that, well, you probably realized that before, and you went in for the really nice block on divers, and God, what a match! I don't know.
Yeah, those were my. I was paying attention to that one and row 1. That's why I went in for the sandwiches as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember when you started marking squares, I was just trying not to. And then I saw the row 4 one, and I was like, I didn't feel good with Real Heist or Rock On, so I don't think I went into either. And I was just banking that hopefully you didn't go into either one of those like first.
Yeah. No, and then when I had the 4, I saw Rail Heist, and I got in there and I did the first one, and it was pretty quick. And I'm like, man, this is gonna take forever. I don't know if I want to do this. So I went to Avianos and rode the struggle bus, and then I got sniped on it.
Oh yeah. For that warp tank incident where you closed the capsule but still exploded.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious to ask Matt about that, maybe, but like my thought was that the capsule closed, so it would count as done.
Yeah, because you can't tell because it's the Slim Tank code, so I was like,
right.
I didn't know, but I redid it just in case.
Yeah.
Interesting. I would go back and watch that.
Yeah,
Capsule
when I beat.
Closing. Oh, Keeney pointing out, capsule closing marks the end of the level on level stock, so it does count.
That's good to know.
Could have been the difference. I could have caught you up in Rail Heist for sure.
Yeah. And in Rakshasa, I think you're supposed to wait until the like stage clear shows up, but like it was such a minuscule bit that like...
I think I realized like right after I quit out of the game.
Yeah.
I was thinking about like defeating bosses as opposed to just beating the the stage.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no.
You'd been camped out on the pause screen long enough, and it wasn't a race, so it didn't feel worth, like, you know, bringing up a fuss over, just like a, you know, mention after the fact kind of thing.
Yeah. Especially for like 3 seconds, and like maybe if I was 3 seconds behind or something, but I needed to open round shots.
Yeah. In that
Yeah, I was
case,
like, if
that
it
would
was...
have been... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, I was kind of waiting to see, like, if it was a race, then I would have, like, had to swap it.
Yeah.
Or, like, switch the squares. But...
I think, let me look back, I think when you were doing that, I was on the Key Rush? No, I was in the Impact, or no. I just finished for Impact, and I was in Camp 2. That's where I was at when you did that one.
Yeah, I think that sounds right. But yeah, wow, what a match. I will get this up on YouTube, but it'll also just be on my Twitch recent streams.
Watch it back like right away tonight, or if not, like it's gonna be some of my work day tomorrow. Like this is exciting. My heart was going in the beginning. I relaxed a little bit in the middle. At the end again, I'm like, holy crap! Like you said, I was legit worried we were gonna get into an uncapped charity race.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was such a good game. A lot of fun.
Yeah. It was. If I had lost that one, that would be I'd be completely fine with ending the season on that. That was crazy.
No, yeah. I am totally fine with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
I think I should probably go eat dinner, and that was maybe relax a little bit. Holy crap, drink some water.
Yeah. GG's both of you.
Yeah, GG.
And good luck with the rest of your run on the playoffs, Vanstrummer.
Thank you, yes. And I'll hopefully see y'all soon, and we'll get to play. And I don't know if you guys are the underground one, but I'll be in there as well.
I'll be in.
I might. I'll have to see. But yeah, I had so much fun in the bingo league so I definitely am hoping to hang around, play more bingo with people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna
y'all have a very good night. And GG, thank you for casting today.
Yeah, thank you.
And thank you.
Yeah. Well, good game. Have a good night.
Wow. You know, things can always play out in whatever ways that they do. But you know, when I saw that I was getting the 4 and 5 seed on the first round of this, I was pretty hyped up because I was hoping something like this would happen. Alright, let's see what's going on tonight. I think the other match got cancelled. It was, yeah, okay. It is Cosmoing's YouTube channel here. If you want to go see a match between Flick and Matt that is going on right now, which, you know I'm gonna be lurking that. It looks like it's not quite live just yet, but it will be soon. So I'm gonna drop a link there. You might want to keep that tab open. And I'm gonna raid us over into the offline channel, Dom's channel right now. Because that's where the next playoff match is gonna be. So, yeah, click that link, and then I'll send us over to Dom's channel. And just check back in there when it's about 30 minutes from now.